for those who wanted me to talk about bat facts but never got to it on my podcast, we're going to do it right here. And now. So we're going to get to it and talk about some bat facts. And yes, I'm wearing part of my Halloween costume. If you were wondering, this isn't my whole Halloween costume. You all will see that later. But let's talk about some bat facts. Facts about bats. Okay, 10 facts about bats. There are 1,100 species of bats worldwide, with 40 species in the United States alone. Though small in physical size, bats have a large footprint, making up 1/4 of the world's mammals. Learn more about the natural world around us. Bats can live more than 300 years and can fly at speeds of 60 miles per hour. Well, they are very fast little creatures, aren't they? In fact, University of Tennessee researchers found that the Mexican free-tailed bat can reach speeds up to 100 miles per hour, making it by far the fastest mammal on Earth. Bats can find their food in total darkness. Not all bats are nocturnal, meaning they're awake at night, but those that are can locate in insects to eat by emitting high-pitched sounds about 10 to 20 beeps per second and listening to echoes. This is called echolocation. Bats can eat up to 1,200 mosquitoes an hour. Often bats consume their body weight in insects every night, helping keep bug population in check. Well, thank you, bats, for doing that. More than half of the bat species in the United States are in severe decline or listed as endangered. In addition to loss of habitat, one of the most dire threats comes from white-nosed sorghum, a disease that has decommitted bats in the U.S. and Canada. The National Conservation on a white-nosed sorghum breakthrough. Bats were treated with a common bacteria that seems to stop the growth of the white-nosed fungus and were then successfully released back into the wild. Some bats hibernate in caves through the cold winter months. Bats can also survive freezing temperatures even after being encased in ice. PALLID bats eat scorpions. Well, dang, I didn't know that fact. PALLID bats appear to be minimum 2 scorpion sites, even from the most venomous scorpions in North America, the Arizona bark scorpions. Up to 70% of a pearl bat's diet can be scorpions at certain times of the year. Bat droppings called garner are one of the richest fertilizers. Bat garner was once a big business. Guru was Tennessee's largest mineral exports before oil. In fact, Austin is a seasonal home to North America's largest unborn population of Mexican free-tailed bats, which live beneath the Congress Avenue Bridge. Approximately 1.5 million bats reside there. little mermaid broom skull. Say bye-bye. So far, this is what we have. We'll be adding the dates later. I will probably today or tomorrow. We'll see. It depends on my mood or what I get done. But I'm also debating, what would you like to see here? I know you can't comment on the kids, but if you want to try my Facebook or my adult YouTube with permission, let me know. Yes, it's a little crooked, it won't stay. I've tried everything to fix it, but every time you touch it, it just keeps falling. And I'll have to erase these and put something new up. And I added one of my other paintings with the like sunset background. I'll have to do one for Christmas, of course, but that's another month. Okay, well, new background. If you see some of the other background, it's probably because I pre-record sometimes. Whew. Not all the time, just sometimes. But what do you think I should add here? Should I add like a turkey? Should I add like a cut out pumpkin? Because pumpkins are still considered fall. Or I could like cut out like a paper gourd and put a gourd there. Or what do you all think? Let me know. And yes, I'm wearing all yellow today. I wanted to cheer myself up, so yellow it is. Facts about bats. We're gonna continue. Fun facts about bats. Okay, this one doesn't give you anything. Let's try this. Awesome facts about bats. There are 1,400 species of bats worldwide. Not all bats hibernate. Even though bears and bats are the two most well-known hibernators, not all bats spend their winters in caves. Some species, like the spotted bat, survive by migrating in search of food to warmer areas when it gets chilly. Bats have few natural predators. Disease is one of the biggest threats. Owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats. But that's nothing compared to the millions of bats dying from white nose syndrome. Without bats, say goodbye to bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Over 300 species of fruit depend on bats for pollination. Bats help spread seed for nuts, figs, and cacao. The main ingredient in chocolate. Without bats, we also wouldn't have plants like agave or the iconic saguaro cactus. Just like a hummingbird, the lesser long-nosed bat can hover at flowers using its 3-inch long tongue, equal to its body length, to feed on nectar in desert environments. Night insects have the most to fear from bats. Each night, bats can eat their body weight in insects. Numbering the thousands, these insects' heavy diet helps forest and farm protect their crops from pests. The endangered Indian bat, which weighs about 3 pennies, consumes up to half its bulk every evening. Bats are the only flying mammals. While the flying squirrel can only glide for short distances, bats are true flyers. A bat's wings resembles a modified human hand. Imagine the skin between your fingers larger, thinner, and stretched. with flexible skin and barred that extends between each long finger bone, and may marble joints make bats flyers. Bats may be smaller, but they're fast little creatures. How fast can a bat fly depends on the species. My nose is super itchy. But they can reach speeds over 100 miles per hour according to research. Mexican free-tailed bats emerge from Texas' Brooklyn Cave. Over 50 million bats live there, making it the largest known bat colony. Conservation efforts are helping bat species recover. At least 12 types of U.S. bats are endangered and more are threatened. These amazing animals face a multitude of threats, including habitat loss and disease, but we're working to change that. A unique international conservation partnership in the Southwest U.S. and Mexico have been working to help one species, the lesser long-nosed bat, recover to the point it can be removed from the endangered species list. In 1988, there were thought to be fewer than 1,000 bats at the 14 known route range wide. There are now an estimate of 200/00 bats at 75 routes. The longest living bat is 41 years old. It is said that the smaller the animal, the shorter its lifespan, but bats break the rule of longitude. Although most bats live less than 20 years in the wild, scientists have documented 6 species that live more than 30 years. In 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record at 41 years. The Townsend big-eyed bat range lifespan is 16 years. Like cats, bats clean themselves. From far from being dirty, bats spend a lot of time grooming themselves. Some, like the colony bat, even groom each other. Besides having sleek fur, cleaning also helps control pesticides. The spotted bat gets its name from its distinct appearance of black and white spot fur. Another interesting fact about the spotted fur is it has largest ears of North American species.